But dude, you only get 2 evolutions, maybe a Mega.
Listen, man, not everyone plays Pokemon like that.
Like,
I low-key really want to play Pokemon again, but I just don't want to play. Like, I don't want to, but like I want the experience again. So I'm just gonna wait for the real one on the Switch.
Yeah.
I'm not playing the Pokemon Go one.
No, yeah, that's just premium Pokemon Go. Like, if I wanted to play that game, I'd re-download it, but like, no joke, I stopped playing Pokemon Go when they introduced Gen 2 Pokemon into it. And I know they just introduced Gen 4.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I worked at a camp in the summer. I had no time to play it. We had to ban it because the kids were walking out to the. I'm not kidding. There was what's it called? A Pokestop right by the street.
Yikes!
And that was freaking out all the like all the adults. Like, they're gonna get hit by a car. It's like they're going because they go there like night. All the kids.
Ah, yes. Empty forest roads at night. The best place for kids.
Yeah. It's like kind of a major road. And it's like, it's right on the top of the hill, so there's a nice blind spot. So it's...
Stop going for vision, you goober. That's why you lost that stock.
You're going to lose if you keep going for counter. Counter's not a way you win the game. Counter's the way you cheese out a win.
Like, I get that Shulk doesn't have the quickest of options, so this matchup in particular is just dreadful.
Like I get counters tempting, but... if they're not at kill percent, don't even bother, because that's not something you're gonna get twice, especially on Vinnie. That almost worked. If he was spaced a little bit better, that would have worked.
Can we talk about the fact that SoulArts is in losers finals against Vinnie right now?
Yeah, it's 2018.
The 2018 SoulArts definitely the best version.
I'd hope so.
Like, you would think players make a linear progression as time goes on. You'd be surprised to see that's not the case.
That's not the case at all, because it's not only about. It's not only about their progression; it's about everyone else's progression.
Yeah, exactly. Like some players just fell off hard.
Yeah.
And then other players sort of.
And you have to see why they fell off. Like,
yeah.
I can't. Can you think of someone who fell off because they just stopped being good?
Like the player themselves just stopped being good.
Yeah.
Ooh. So look at that one a bit.
That's a hard one because I know like sorry, I've talked to Cyber about this.
I guess he's one. Yeah, but
no, because he just doesn't care. He just doesn't want to be good.
Yeah, but I feel
like that's his reason. Like I talked to him about the meta. He's like, he doesn't like it. I'm like, I agree. I also don't like it.
No, yeah, he's expressed disinterest in competitive Smash Bros. Right now.
I think he'll be back for Ultimate, sure. But like I think disinterest isn't the reason. I can't think of someone who fell off just in Long Island that just stopped being good.
I think like the OG players are ones that are those like their play styles and their way of throwing.
I can't think of someone who got worse.
I'd say like Geo did. Geo's weird.
You know what? You're right. It's definitely Geo.
Like if we had to pick one player, it'd have to be Geo because like he put time into making sure he switched from one of the more difficult to use cheesy characters to regarded as one of the best in the 1v1 format, like free, and somehow he just got worse wins. Yeah, I would argue Bayo's all right in doubles, but I know that's...
she's good.
Like, I like Bayo in doubles, but I know Bayo players think she's not good, but that's a conversation for off the mic.
Don't take the question of the mains of what they think. They're always biased.
Factual.
Bayo is definitely good in doubles. You can just throw to Bayo and like, oh, free combo off the top. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it because it started at the top.
SoulArts going to make it to the Magical 200? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
These are oh like, my god.
See, when you do that, you're giving like, and you do really, you gotta know who you're playing too, because like, if it wasn't someone like Vinnie, they could run into that and get hit. But I don't think Vinnie would do that. I don't think Vinnie's in the spot where he's panicking. Fair just killed at 220.
Like, at what point does... All right. that is the point. Never mind. I was going to say, at what point do you, like, look at how bleak a situation is and you're like, all right, it's time to get creative? I think that was the exact moment.
Yeah, you don't waste your iframes on taunt if you want to win.
Like, I think SoulArts has conceded the fact that the set can go to Vinnie. At least that's what it looks like.
There's a really big roadblock if you don't play a top tier. That's just Sheik's just a straight up roadblock if you're not playing a top tier.
Yeah, this is the character that exposes how.
Sheik and Rosa are definitely the two low tier stompers, but like Sheik also stomps mid and high tiers too.
Like she just has an incredibly honest kit. It's just like these are moves that are going to stop you.
It's just
if you
they're
don't.
very good.
Like your
moves won't come out.
There's good hitboxes.
I'm sure
they're fast.
Yeah, like I'm sure this is Shulk's worst matchup.
I could definitely see it being at least up there.
That was bad, Dion.
It's fine. Why has he got his hand out? It's fine. This kid is not used to getting top 3. That's adorable.
Yo,
Game
real talk. First time you get to the best of 5, you think it's only best of 3. That doesn't matter. I remember that moment 3 years ago, whatever it was. I'm like, oh. And remember when it was like you don't ban in top best of 5?
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh.
That's always the hardest part to adjust to. It's like
Now I can't ban FD against Cyber? How am I gonna win?
it's like you sit there and you're like, wow, I really got to hold this out. We're really going to FD.
I mean, I don't know why Shulk. Actually, I would counterpick Sheik too, so I can understand why. Because he doesn't want Sheik to have any combo extensions, so he's willing to give up escape options for no combos to extensions.
I think on top of that, SoulArts is really aware of the fact that Vinnie can just counterpick him. Like, SoulArts doesn't have the...
I can't see Vinnie counterpicking Shulk with any of his other characters.
I could see Rosa making the breakout for this just because SoulArts doesn't have the best of records against Rosa.
No, there was a while he beat Jay for a while.
Yeah, but Jay brought that back.
Oh yeah. You can't have that hard of a record against a good player without them getting upset about it and wanting to win.
I think now that SoulArts has remembered that this is a best of 5, all of a sudden he's playing like he wants to win again.
Yeah, it's also you're going up against a hard thing to beat. And it's still first stock, and that really decides a lot in this game. Or can decide a lot.
What a attack! This was a really weird one, too, because he hit, like, the lip of the ledge, not the stage
If
itself.
you're fighting Sheik like that, you have to, like, try to position yourself to be hit by the part of the explosion closer to the stage, so that way you get hit into the stage and tech it. Oh, that was the weakest of bears, and that's going to do it.
Because of Smash. That's silly.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, he's not getting hit by that. I respect the try, but you gotta do it with a quick move.
One thing I gotta give SoulArts, though, is that his spacing with the back air of Shulk is phenomenal. It's such a strange hitbox.
Yeah, and it like comes out in front of him.
Like, if you ever look at it, I always call it the Verizon check mark. What was that? All right.
Oh, that was wild. I think Vinnie held down. Yeah, if you're telling me Shulk's up tilt's not good, you're lying.
No, Shulk's up tilt is good. It's just you also have to be really aware of how to use it, because that's another one that has extremely weird hitboxes.
It's just huge. Wow, that was a fair. Yeah.
All right. Given the situation, SoulArts...
He's playing pretty well.
He's playing it well, and if he could just keep his juggle... All right, never mind.
Yeah. And like realistically, you don't go into someone like that expecting to win. You go into someone like that